Hey everybody, how are you doing today? I was about to sit down with a cup of coffee and I pulled out my phone, and you get a news feed on your phone like I do, right? The top article on my phone this afternoon was this from Kotaku UK, and the headline is Inside the Troubled Development of Star Citizen. Really? So I came downstairs, turned on the computer, and I wanted to read it on a big screen, and here it is. Now, I'm kind of surprised. Things are kind of quiet at the moment with Star Citizen. So I was surprised it'd be a hit piece from no other than Kotaku, who themselves have run into some serious financial problems not long ago. Let me go full screen so you can see this properly. Here we go. This is back in 2019, as reported by one of the sites here. This is One Angry Gamer. Kotaku and the other Gizmodo brands are sold to a private equity firm. Univision announced that it was looking to sell off Kotaku, Jezebel, and other Gizmodo properties for a huge loss. They were not making much money. So, interesting. Why is Kotaku putting out an article, and what an article it is? Look at this. It goes on and on. But hang on a second. Something doesn't look quite right, because I'm vaguely recollecting reading a lot of this before. And this article goes on to complain about how it's difficult to work with Chris Roberts, and it cites unnamed sources that were close with CIG. 90 days tops type article. You know, this game might or might not make it the next couple of months. This game might not be made and will die forever. In fact, just look at the last paragraph and I think you'll understand. Oh my god, this is a long article. The last paragraph sums it up. Star Citizen is the biggest crowdfunding success in history. The story of its development so far, Rocky, has been fascinating and, as we've discovered, much more complex than it looked from the outside. But sooner or later, Roberts and his team have to deliver a game. Still true, yeah. Or all of this is just a prelude to the most expensive failed development of all time. So another hit piece talking about all failed development. But hang on! If you skipped the very first line, you'd have missed it too. This article was originally published in September of 2016. Dramatic pause. By Julian Benson, published yesterday, 6 a.m. Is Kotaku UK in such bad shape that they are rehashing articles from 4 years ago? The answer is obviously yes. Now, I vaguely remember reading this article, and it wasn't a bad one. It went on and on about how Chris Roberts is expecting too much, and he's micromanaging, and it's tough to work with him. You remember all that kind of stuff, right? But I think the real gold here lies in the comment section. Now, I've said this before in the past, and I'm going to say it again now. As Star Citizen continues to work towards its goal, and I know there are constant delays, note how the general consensus in comment sections starts leaning more and more towards Star Citizen. Why? Because Star Citizen is making something new. It's making something fresh. And backers are finally to say, yes, we want this to be made. We are going to continue backing this. It's making what we want. I just finished playing 2 weeks of New World. I had a wonderful time in New World. But what is really new? No offense, Amazon Games. What is really new in New World? And, you know, maybe there's a couple of game mechanics here, but nothing overwhelmingly amazing. Star Citizen, on the other hand, the graphics, the open world environment, there's so much in there which is completely new, and gamers are realizing this. That's why people keep on coming back to Star Citizen. They play some games, they come back to Star Citizen always, because Star Citizen is continually developing what will be the next generation of gaming. That's why we are here. But you can notice the comment section here, and that comments used to be filled with all the hate. But just read a couple of these now, and actually pretty good. Jean-Luc Picard says, no wonder the UK site is discontinuing. If this is all these sites can muster, a literal repost of an article, not an update or a follow-up, but a copy-paste. Close this site too. Ouch. And he's right. I mean, I don't know who's operating Kotaku UK, but it must be a skeleton crew to republish a 4-year-old article. Really, I mean, that's how bad can it get? The Splund says, another typical Kotaku poor effort, but this time using a regurgitated article from a time when term clickbait was reasonably fresh. Absolutely true. These clickbaity articles did wonders for the writers, and they still continue to do it. We see Inside Gaming doing it all the time. The death of Star Citizen. Star Citizen is still terrible. All those negative headlines, they fuel clicks. It still works. So I think it was more fresh back then. Let's see, the next one says, if you're going to publish a hit job, at least write up to date one. Correct. And posting a link to one of the ship showdowns. This article is published in 2016. The game has come on a fair bit since then. Still not finished, mind. I really like Star Citizen. It's detailed and immersive and scratches that immersive fantasy simulator game itch that a few others have. As I said right in the beginning, he's absolutely right. There's a lot which Star Citizen even offers at this early stage, which is why people keep on coming back to it. Okay, here's one. Ethan here missed the first line completely. This article is atrocious. Oh, this is good. This is good. This article is atrocious. The info is so wrong, I can't even believe it. You've even got the crowdfunding wrong. It's on the website. It's over 312 million has been raised, not 124 million. That's actually a pretty big number considering 4 years have gone by. And it's been in development for 8 years, not 5. I stopped reading after the first paragraph. Yeah, okay, he missed out on that line, but pretty funny nonetheless. Nemesis 44 UK. I'm genuinely curious as to why this article exists. Why reprint it now? Things are not the way they were 4 years ago. On the other hand, I have to admit Chris Roberts sounds like a nightmare to work for, ignoring the advice of his far more adept subordinates. That's what the article was about, really. People saying Chris Roberts is micromanaging and expecting too much. So maybe some things have not changed, but a lot of things have changed. I thought the site was shut down, close to doing a bad job, and everyone fired. This is a last-ditch Hail Mary attempt for clicks and try not to close. Hey, that's a good point. It's another huge article about everything that's been addressed. Absolutely correct. And actually what I did on my phone was I selected the option, do not show me any more articles from this site. I don't think there's much more I would ever expect to see from Kotaku UK, which is sad for the journalists, which did work hard to work there. But unfortunately, things have not worked out for them, and articles like this, just another nail in the coffin for Kotaku UK. So guys, if you enjoy this content, give me a thumbs up, hit that bell notification, subscribe to the channel for more news pieces and informative articles like this. I'll catch you in the next one.